Hi guys, I'm Tarni and you're listening to or watching Tea with Tarni. Welcome to a new episode and the first episode of 2025. I'm so excited. For me, technically 2025 started on the 4th of January because I was on a trip before that and we do not count it if we were not at home because I love doing my year start rituals. This year I was traveling during the new year, which I'm very grateful for, but I think I missed out on a lot of pre-planning for the year start. But then I realized it's never too late. You can start the year whenever you like and however you want to. I have multiple rituals that I do, which includes making a vision board also, but this year I've not made one. I have a very rough vision in my head, but I've not made a physical vision board to visualize it. I really want to make it though. I think I'll be doing it next week, and I'll share a little bit about it here as well. But mainly one more thing that I did not do in 2024 that I had to make sure I did in 2025 was to have my ins and outs of 2025, and thus this podcast, because I finally have them. There was a huge list because a lot of things needed to be added to my life and a lot of things needed to be let go of, and I did not do this in 2024, and I feel that's the biggest gap I had in 2024 is because I did not have this kind of like a subtle framework of how I wanted my life to go by. And I think when you have that, it's kind of like a playbook, right? Whenever you want to make a decision, you have your ins, you have your outs. It makes it easier for you to prioritize your tasks, makes your decision. At least it helps me if I know what I'm chasing in the year. And thus this list of ins and outs. I don't know why I couldn't say that, but I have them written all down here. I had a lot of ins and outs, but I've put them down in 5 and 5, the most important ones to me that are like non-negotiable this year. Let me start sharing that with you. I'm gonna do one in and one out, and the first in is believing in yourself and stepping out of your own way. I think if I stepped out of my own way last year, I would be so much more ahead in life. I eventually realized that the one thing that held me back last year was myself. I was the one who was self-doubting myself constantly, and even my instincts, and saying no to so many opportunities and constantly questioning if I deserved something or not. And I think that is the one biggest fault of my year, is because I could just not justify anything good happening to me for some reason. And I think this is a very overthinking mindset, right? You're constantly good things happening to you and you're just like, why is this happening to me? I do not deserve this. And you are adding this negative feeling attached to something that is so positive. And that's something I really want to stop doing this year. I really don't want to question all the opportunities I get, any position I am in, because I deserve it. I've worked so hard to be where I am, and I have made these small and subtle changes in my life, and I've prayed for this day. So when this day is coming to me, why am I not being able to appreciate it the way it should be appreciated? So I'm gonna stop questioning myself every time I do something and say, what if I fail? What if this doesn't work out in my favor? Because what's the worst that can happen? I fail, and what? There is nothing worse than that. And if you ever have this question in your mind that what if I fail, just think back to when you actually did. Think back to that one moment in your life where you actually failed, and think about how that moment is in the past. You moved ahead, you got right back up and continued with your life. And that's something you need to remember, that every time you fall, you will come back up. And I think when I realized that is when I stopped getting scared of this question of what if I fail, because there's just nothing. You fail, okay, whatever, move on, go to the next thing. And thus 2025 for me is all about every time I get an opportunity, I'm gonna be like, hell yeah, it's high time, I deserve this, let's do it. That's definitely my aim for 2025. The one out again is very similar to this in, it's self-sabotage. I have a very self-sabotaging nature a lot of times in my life, which is a fruit of my anxiety and my overthinking thoughts, where I will constantly make decisions for everybody else in my life, and I will choose what will make them happy, and I will self-sabotage a good, healthy friendship, relationship, whatever, because I believe that what I'm doing is right for the person opposite to me when the person hasn't even communicated that. Do you get me? And because in my head it's good for the other person when I've not even asked the other person if it's good for them or not. And I'm creating this entire self-sabotaging mess for myself where I pull myself out of that because I think it's the right thing to do when it's not the right thing to do. So this year I'm going to be just more communicative, not be self-sabotaging, and figure out what is good for me and for the other person by asking the other person what's good for them rather than deciding it myself. Okay, for example, if I ever think I've hurt X friend, okay, and they have a birthday party, I will just choose not to show up because I believe that they hate me because of that moment, but they don't. They wanted me there, but I just didn't show up because I thought in my head that I was doing the best for them. Anyway, self-sabotaging is an out. The next in is trying new things. I want to be much more experimental this year. I think last year I did push myself out there, did things that I was very, very scared of, and I just want to do more of it because I think that opens up my mind a lot. Even when I'm talking to people, I get very scared a lot of times. Being as social as I am, I do get scared having conversations with certain people because I think, what value do I have to add? But you don't always have to add value. You can just be there, be out there, listen, open your ears up, and just know more about the world by putting yourself in uncomfortable positions. And I really want to do a lot more of that, even though that's really scary to me. But I feel if I don't put myself in uncomfortable positions, I'm never going to be comfortable about them. That makes sense. So definitely want to do a lot more of experimenting, putting myself in new places, entering new rooms. Next out is overthinking everything. I have this habit of overanalyzing, overthinking from the smallest to the biggest of things which do not require my attention. I have to really prioritize what requires my attention and what does not. And overthinking is definitely not one of those things. I want to try and be so busy this year that I just don't think or overanalyze anything, because that has also been one of my self-sabotaging behaviors. I will overthink every word I've said when I come back home. I really should just sleep rather than constantly thinking about everything I've been doing and overanalyzing. Because if you have a plan, when you're making the plan, you are really thinking about it, right? Like when you're making a vision board, imagine yourself just overanalyzing the vision board every month. What's the point then? So just trusting myself a lot more and not overanalyzing everything I do. The next in is putting yourself first. I think I did maybe 1 or 2 times last year and I really liked it. Like every time I just chose to say no, or chose to just stay at home and not socialize and not go out when I was just pushing myself too much and just something I did not want to do. And I said no and I put myself first and I put my priorities first. It really made me feel very nice. I'm not used to that. I'm not used to putting myself first. And I'm not saying this as oh my god, I put everyone ahead. No. I do put other people ahead of me because I overthink and overanalyze. I'm like a passive people pleaser probably. So I really, try to put myself in a lot of positions where it's just not good for me. I'm not saying these are those uncomfortable positions which I haven't figured out if I'm comfortable. I'm just not comfortable. Like I've tried it and I've not been comfortable, and I'm just doing all of these things or being at all these places because I want to please the people around me, and I feel like they wouldn't want to hang out with me if I don't do certain things or particular things. I think I'm over that now. I know my no's and I know my yeses. If I'm a maybe, then maybe I'll just try it out and see if I have a yes or a no. But if it's a no, then I just want to say no constantly to people because I know it's a very tough practice to say no to people. I really want to start doing things that make me happier, that are really moving me towards my 5-year goal, to the person I want to be in the future. And I think if I don't start saying no now, then that direction will just get delayed and it will not be fruitful for me and I won't be happy, and I want to be is happy. Anyway, moving on. The next out is negative self-talk. मुझे लगता है all my outs are literally like self-sabotaging wala behaviors only. I think we all say a lot of negative things about ourselves without really thinking about it, but to be honest, every word that you're saying to yourself is so important. Every time I say in front of anybody, no, I'm so dumb, no, I'm stupid, it's really me telling myself and telling the universe that I am those things. And I really want to very, very consciously stop saying these negative words to myself because subconsciously they are really affecting me and my confidence, and I might not realize that now, but I see certain hints in certain places where I've not spoken up because I've constantly told myself, no, you don't know about finance, you shouldn't be speaking up. But I do know a little bit, and if I don't, then I can just be curious in a room. I don't have to shut up and I don't have to constantly doubt myself on that. So I think the words you say to yourself really matter, and even if you're saying it in a fun way, even if you have that self-sabotaging humor, constantly if you keep saying bad things to yourself and you keep putting yourself in this light, nobody else will see you in a different light. You are the representation of how you treat yourself. If you don't treat yourself in the right way, and if you show people that it's okay to say these words to you, they will. That's how they will treat you. And that's something I don't want people to do. I don't want them to treat me a certain way just because I've been doing it for fun or to look cool or because it's my kind of humor. I really want to talk about myself like I talk about other people, which is like in the best way possible. So yeah, no more negative self-talk, no more creating these false beliefs that I can't do stuff, because we all can. And if you can't, you'll fail, but you get back up and you do it again, and then you'll figure it out eventually. Next in is mastering your time. I really think it's high time I stop procrastinating and wasting my time. And not to jinx it, but the past 4 days have been great. If I'm sitting here and recording this podcast, it is a part of mastering my time. I have this downloaded this app. It's not a plugin, but it's called AKI Flow, AKI Flow or something like that, which basically allows you to put tasks and it allows you to allot time to those tasks and put them in your planner. इससे मुझे realize होता है कि आधे से ज़्यादा मेरे task को 15 मिनट लगते हैं, 20 मिनट लगते हैं, 30 मिनट लगते हैं, 1 घंटा लगता है. And you have so many hours in a day that you once you place these tasks, you realize कि oh shit, I have so many hours in the day and I'm really wasting a lot. So it's a lot of accountability that has come into my life after seeing that app कि मैं बहुत time waste करती हूँ. Like for a person who like wants to be so productive and like la la la, I waste a lot of time. So I've really been working on actually prioritizing my time to tasks that I really want to complete and things I really want to do, because while I do social media and I love it, I really want to do more things. I want to gain more knowledge, want to learn more skills and add things to me and my personality. And I've not been doing that because I've constantly been convincing myself that नहीं यार मेरे पास तो टाइम नहीं है, मेरे को ये वीडियो बनानी, वो बनती तो है नहीं वो वीडियो, और ना ही मेरा मतलब पॉडकास्ट हो रहा है, यूट्यूब हो रहा है, because I'm just like I'm talking about it, but until you actually do the thing, you've not done the thing. So mastering your time involves just doing. A lot of action involved in this. What I mean is that a task is not done until it's done. If I say I want to make a reel and I ideate it, it's not done till I actually post the reel. So that's now the mindset that I'm going with. And it also, to make that happen, I need to master my time, which is I need to prioritize things that need to be delegated, prioritize things that can be done faster, not procrastinate a 15-minute task because it's for 15 minutes, and do it ASAP and whenever possible. Next out is chasing approval or validation. Validation for me is a very kind of like painful topic to discuss because it's something I'm still dealing with. I think in my life, I've sought validation from everybody. Whether you're a person at my place of work, whether you are my family, whether you're my friend, whether you are my teacher in school or college, I have sought validation from you. Whether you are my followers, I've sought validation from you. And it's a very tough battle for me to fight because I think, especially the way I've grown up, I've always seen people be appreciated for the right things, and then I've put myself in a place where if I'm not appreciated, then I'm not doing the right thing. But when you grow up, life is not like that. Not everybody's gonna give you a golden star for doing something right. Not everybody is gonna give you a 10 on 10. Your life cannot be measured in numbers, and it always was when I was younger. So for me, I'm just like, how do I validate myself? How do I know I'm doing things right? And that comes from actual real affirmations from people. And while when I get them, it's really nice when somebody tells me you've been working hard, it's great, but I can't constantly rely on other people to tell me that I'm doing great. I need to tell myself that I'm doing great, because the more I live by external validation, the more I'm going to be hurting myself in the end of the day. So I really want to just give myself the golden star, and if you're going through this, then you deserve a golden star too, for just surviving every day in this world, because this world is kind of cruel sometimes, and I know things get tough very, very fast, but reaching out for external validation is never going to do any of us any good. So yeah, give yourself that golden star, you know. For me, I think chasing approval in small things about friendship, family as well, I really want to step away and do things for myself, and not because somebody will, you know, say that I did a good thing, but because I actually did a good thing for me, myself, or for the world. Then I think I want to be that person who I chase validation from. Next up in the in is think positively. I really want to start thinking positive towards the smallest of the things, right? So all of these outs that I've put, that is chasing approval and all of that, it just shows, I don't even want to say the word faults, but shows some gap in the person I want to become. And thinking positively is exactly that. Instead of thinking these are faults, these are gaps that I need to fill. So rather than constantly putting myself in negative light or constantly thinking कि क्या ये deal हो जाएगी, नहीं होगी तो क्यों नहीं होगी, rather than हो जाएगी, और अगर ये deal नहीं हुई, it's just because the next best thing is around the corner for me. I know it's a little delusional, but if the delusion leads to me manifesting all my dreams, I'm gonna be as delusional as I can get. Thinking positively also comes in that just waking up and knowing that my day is gonna go nice. Every time I have a fight with a person or a brand, or every time I see a negative comment, try and convince my mind and play this game where no, it's all good, it's all fine, you're all good, everything's okay, and everything's working in your favor, and you're the luckiest person in the world. And I know when you say these things out loud and when you hear it, it might sound a little, but to be honest, in this world where we live in, I think being a little delusional is gonna help you a lot more than being the most straightforward person. I said it. I think a little delusion is great. Everything done in moderation, right? Everything done in moderation is great. And I want to have that little illusion of it's all gonna be okay. Having that positive mindset is gonna be like my secret weapon. Just constantly telling myself that this podcast is great, even though sometimes I will think that I'm just yapping. But hey, somebody up there must listen, and hopefully I'm helping. Lastly, which is also related to my previous podcast, not letting my anxious thoughts take over. When I was recording that podcast also, I was just having this anxious thought of, am I being too preachy, or why am I talking about this if I don't have a solution? But then I go back and I think about how Tea with Tarni is all about the fact that we're figuring out our 20s. We all have our gaps and we all have things that we are constantly working on, and it's okay to keep working on it. It's not something that can get solved tomorrow. That's when I made that podcast. I was like, maybe just the thought that there's another person who's going through this will help somebody is the reason, and thus, like, dealing with that anxious thought, which I started talking about. बहुत mess कर दिया ये. What I mean is that whenever I get anxious thoughts, I just want to deal with them. I don't want them to stay in my mind enough to turn into fear. I want to talk to the closest people in my life who will help me push that anxious thought away and just help me in general, because I feel when I'm not having anxious thoughts, I'm the happiest person, and I really want to be that. I don't want to overthink because I feel like I miss out on a lot of moments. Even when I was traveling, I was like constantly anxious about not posting. I have not made a reel, I have not made a post. If I don't work hard, or even on vacations, then how's my career? This is like just 1,000 thoughts coming in my head. And I just went and I spoke to a friend. I don't want to be dependent, but sometimes you just need a friend, and just spoke to my friend, and they're like, it's okay if you don't create content for 10 days, and if you have the right reasons, it's okay. You can always go back and you can always start again, and that's why you have this job, because you love it. And if you love something so much, don't let it become something you hate. So I was just like, yeah, I don't want my thoughts to create this bad vision that I have towards content, because content is something that comes from my heart. While it is my job, I also don't want to make it a hard-hitting task, because I want to create content that really changes something within people eventually. Like, if I make it a hard-hitting task, then how am I doing my job right? If that makes sense. This is just a bunch of thoughts that are coming together, and I hope you understand. But these were the ins and outs of my 2025. Tell me down in the comments below, what are your ins and outs of 2025, and if you resonate with any of mine, and if you are borrowing any of my ins and outs, let me know, because that will make me very, very happy. That will make me feel like this podcast is like fulfilled. And now that we're coming to the end, we of course will be doing what made me happy this week. And I'm gonna say I came back from my trip to Europe. I was in Europe. Shut up. Like, I can't even believe it. I was there and I was staring, and I literally cried while watching a sunset, and my friends were like, what happened? And I was like, I'm in Europe. It's something that I never even dreamed of. Like, I was just there and I was like, my eyes wide open, watching the best sunset ever, seeing the streets with the stones and I think they're called cobble streets. I don't know, but they were just so beautiful. And I was walking and I was just looking down and looking up, and I was like, so pretty. And I was just very, very happy, and I went with the best of my friends, and it was just beautiful. I think that trip is the highlight of my last of 2024 and like the start 3 days of 2025. And that's what made me happy this week. And also being productive. I was very productive for the past 3 days. I really don't want to jinx it, but I was very productive for the past 3 days, so that's also something that's making me very, very happy. So yeah, that's it for my podcast. Tell me also what made you happy this week. I hope your year is already going amazing, and please keep believing that it's going to be the best year of your life, and you're going to be the best version of yourself, because if you don't believe in yourself, then who will? And believing is the biggest power you can all have for yourself. So thank you so much for watching this podcast, and thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for supporting me, because I wouldn't be here talking to my camera if it weren't for you. I wouldn't be here if you didn't believe in me. And I also want to follow my 2025 resolution and credit myself, so I wouldn't be here if I didn't believe in myself. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you right here very, very soon. Bye bye.